What's up guys, Kyle here again, and today we are at Sweetwater for Guitar Fest Day 2, and it's almost like they knew I was coming because I walked by this sign and it just made my entire day. So usually Sweetwater, Sweetwater always has a used gear section in the actual main store, but they usually have pretty good prices. They price stuff like very fairly. So the fact that they usually price stuff very fairly and they're doing 25% off of amps means that I'm probably gonna walk out with something. So let's go take a little walk and see what we can find. Also, everybody say thank you to Andrew Baina for shooting this bitch.
You tell me, how does that
look? It looks awesome. All right, so we are at the first used amp depot here. I'm already seeing some stuff that looks interesting, so it really is gonna depend on the prices. So let's take a look and see what they have these things listed at. The Mesa Nomad is an amp that nobody should ever buy, so we're gonna move that. Well, first off, Mark V, $1,999, so 25% off would be $1,500 for a Mark V 90. This is coming home with me. So that is item number one. You guys have been asking me about the Randall RM100, and this one actually has a couple modules in it. So we've got a Blackface, an Ecstasy, and a Recto module. So that's $799, so that would be $200 off. That one's probably gonna come home with me too. So we're already up to 2 amps, and this is the very first stop on our little tour here. And then below that, we've got the Mesa Dual Rectifier Roadster. You guys know that the Roadster is one of my favorite rectifier amps, and I actually don't have one right now. So that one's $1,500. So 25% off of that would be $375 off. So that would be like $1,125. So I think that's gonna come home with me too. So that's 3 amps right off the rip. It's a good thing I drove. I did the world a favor by knocking that off so nobody could ever buy it. All right, so we are already 3 amps deep, $1,500, $1,125, and $600. So 21, 1125, 23, 25, right? Yeah. No, that's not right. 33.25. All right, so we're already over 3 grand. And we're just getting warmed up here. So let's see what else we can find and give me a panic attack once my credit card statement comes. So we've got EVH 5153. All right, so this amp, you guys know I love this amp. They have it priced at $1,000, which is a tad high. So that would bring it down to $750 after the everything's 75% off now because I say so. That's a maybe. $750 for that amp is a maybe. It's not bad, but it's not great either. So I'm gonna actually see if I can wheel and deal with these guys even a little bit more past the 25%. So maybe we'll be able to do something on that. All right. Is it good?
I was giving you a thumbs up because you fixed the thing.
I'm a good person. 6505 plus. No introduction needed. This is a 6505 plus, $699. 25% off of that would be around $500-ish. So I think I'm gonna take that too, but it does depend because all you nerds out there really seem to care whether these are USA or whether they are made in China. All right, so this one, made in the USA. So automatically you get an extra 20 cool points if you buy this amplifier. All right, so.
It'll make them like they used to.
They sure don't, brother. All right, so what, we'll say 525. That was what, 33.25, 525. So $3,850 is what we're up to.
Within 5 minutes?
Within 5 minutes, we got 3 more days. So let's see what happens. All right, let's keep going. You guys know I've been looking for an EVH cab for like 3 years. So it is used and it's $750. So 25% off of $750. It's gonna bring it down 10, math is really hard. It'd be like $185 off. So that would bring it down to around $580. That is definitely gonna go home with me. So that brings us to what? $4,400. We may take the Stealth head home with us too. It all depends on. So that one's $1,900, 25% off of that is $450 off. So it'd be like $1,450. That is 100% gonna come home with us. So $5,850 roughly. All right, cool. We'll see if we can break 10K while we're at it. The trust fund comments are gonna come rolling in on this video. I can already feel it. Looks like we've bypassed most of the used amplifiers. Let's go on into the actual used gear section of the store because that's the regular part of the store. We're not even in the used gear section. See what we can find in there.
Can you buy this?
So Andrew has literally been foaming at the mouth over this guitar because apparently, I don't know anything about 8 strings because I don't play stupid music. Apparently this has been modded. Somebody put a Fishman, they routed the body, put Fishmans in the guitar, including one in the neck. And Andrew has literally just been saying the most obscene things about whoever did that to this guitar, but he also keeps contemplating buying it. So I would consider buying it for you, dude, but I'm broke, sorry. And plus you have way more subscribers than I do. Oh, okay, so apparently it's amps and guitars. So they're pulling a bait and switch, but in a good way by adding something to the sale. I like it, let's go. All right, so since there's 25% off of guitars apparently too, we're gonna have to take a look at some guitars. I'm not really necessarily in the market for anything, but we'll see what we come across. This is one of the new custom Epiphone Explorers, the custom shop ones. I've been looking for one of these, Joe, I'm not even gonna attempt to say his last name, Joey D. These Charvel models for a minute.
Hey, we call him
Joey D. Dude, $5.99, 25% off of that would be like 450 bucks. These things are sick. We're gonna take this up to the front counter. We're gonna take this up to the front counter. We're gonna take this up to the front counter. All right, so I'm gonna be bringing you some guitars and stacking them up. And I'm also going to be buying some amplifiers. So what's the best way to do this?
That's a great question.
I know that you're busy, but can you drop everything for me?
I would love to.
All right, that's what I like to hear.
You guys have been at least about 6 on the nicest scales. So
Dude, that's the best rating I've ever got.
it's more than we usually get.
That's out of 100, right?
People hear you.
Internet? Yeah, I'll perform the intervention now. All right, buddy, let's go.
No.
I did want to let you know there's a little bit of a high fret towards the top.
You son of a bitch. I'll give you 200 bucks for it. So that's number one.
Okay.
Probably gonna be bringing some more. And then we're gonna be wheeling some amps and stuff in here too, so. All right, so we got one guitar. What's that even bring our total to? I think over 6? Over 6 grand?
Call it 6.
6 grand? All right, let's see if we can get to that 10K mark. Oh, I'm so sorry, excuse me. She was pissed. So where did we leave off? I've been looking at X-shaped guitars for a minute. Dude, the finish on this, is that showing up on the camera? It's like so ugly, it's beautiful. Like that's insane. So I play in a beatdown band called Taste of Steel, and they're all like death metal dudes. And I'm like, dude, I need like a sick pointy guitar to go with this band. And the X series is exactly what I was, or not the X series, but an X-shaped guitar is exactly what I was thinking. I don't normally like the Floyds. Is this even a Floyd? What is this?
Probably like the.
Oh, it's like the Ibanez equivalent. Okay, so yeah, not usually a fan of floating bridges, but I want to do some like sick dive bombs in that band. So something like this could be really, really cool. And I've definitely never seen this before. Have you ever seen one like in this finish? The only problem with a guitar like this is like it's impossible to find cases for them most of the time, so we're gonna have to ask about that. But this one's priced at $899, which as far as I remember, these usually go for a little over $1,000. So 25% off of an already good price. I think we're gonna have to go home with it. Let's ask about the case real quick though. My good man, can you tell me if this guitar has a case?
This one looks like it did not come in with a case.
Okay. You know what? I know where we can find one.
And that place, of course, is Sweetwater. And they are sponsoring today's video, further enabling my bad habits and impulsivity. So I don't know if you guys know this, but the first time that I ever visited Sweetwater's facility, I actually got to take a tour of their warehouse and their shipping facility, and they have a guy whose full-time job is just to measure all the guitars and all the cases that come through Sweetwater so that they can create a case database for all of their equipment. And if you need a case for a certain piece of equipment, you just go on to Sweetwater's site, you go to the case finder tab, you enter the dimensions of your item, and you will get an entire list of case options that actually fit your instrument. So I went on Sweetwater's case finder when I got home from this trip. I punched in the dimensions of the Ibanez Xiphos, and lo and behold, I found this Gator Cases Extreme case that is basically a big universal case for large or oversized guitars. And would you look at that, the guitar fits perfectly because I put those dimensions in Sweetwater's case finder and I already knew that that was gonna happen. So if you guys are shopping for a guitar or if you are looking for a case for your guitar, go to Sweetwater, use my affiliate link, type in those case dimensions or buy that guitar and get the recommended case and save your UPS man the secondhand embarrassment of having to send something back because you're an idiot. Thanks to Sweetwater for sponsoring this mess, and now back to me.
You guys got a couple cool Gibsons sitting behind the counter here. I've never actually seen that one before. Do you mind if I come grab that?
Oh, yeah.
It's so cool that you guys are giving me all this stuff for free.
Well,
I've actually never seen one of these before. Okay, it's a Studio and it looks to be a 2003. Just in case you don't know how to tell, on the older Les Pauls or on the older Gibsons, 1st and 5th serial number is how you tell the year. So yeah, 03, it's got like a cool Lake Placid blue finish to it, but it's got an ebony fingerboard with no inlays. So that's really interesting. I'm gonna guess that this is some sort of like limited run or limited model. $899, 25% off of that. I guarantee you that this is a $1,000 guitar all day long. So I think we're gonna take that one too. And then I saw one more. Was it really? Yeah? Okay. What can you tell me about it? Yeah, so the Les Paul Custom is back here behind the counter. It's a 97. It's in like really good shape. And yeah, I just can't say no to a Les Paul Custom at that price. So I'm gonna grab that. I think that we're pretty much done here. So we gotta figure out what the damage is for everything before, and then I gotta figure out what I'm doing with this stuff because I'm staying in a hotel. So that's gonna be the next step, but I'm gonna grab the guitar. All right, so you guys, we have our own little section going on here on the counter. So this. Did I have another one? I already forgot what I'm buying. Okay, so I actually have to getting a bunch of amps as well.
okay.
What do you want me to do? Do you want me to bring those in here?
That's great. That's great news for us.
Yeah, I know you guys are trying to clear some things out, so I figured the least I could do is help you.
How many amps? Are we gonna need a cart?
Yes. Sadly enough, this is not the first time I've come to Sweetwater and needed a cart to help me get all this stuff out of here. So sadly, yeah, it's a tough life, you know? All right, so let's start down here. This is number one. We need an amp counter on screen.
This one right here.
This one too.
Oh,
Yep.
both?
Yep. So I know that the deal is 25. I know the deal is 25% off. Are you guys able to like deal past that on anything else?
Probably.
Okay, because there's a EVH 5150 over here that I want. Can we grab it?
Let's grab it, put it on.
All right.
You're talking to Michael back there, he's the deal with it, so.
All right. You guys.
Covered. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm breaking all your signs. Hey, we're not in your way, are we?
No, you're good. We all got wheels. We all got.
Is that it? Are you serious? I'll just wheel this. I'm taking all of it.
All of it, okay.
All of it. All of
We
it.
all got wheels.
Let's go. We got 1, 2, 3 things here. If you hit anything, that's an extra 10% off. My car's gonna bottom out on the way home. Dude, I don't think a guitar has ever looked more natural on me.
It is pretty belligerent.
For a guy that usually plays Les Pauls and other boomer guitars, yeah, this definitely fits me. This thing is sick though. It's funny enough, out of all this stuff, the thing I'm most excited about is the EVH cab, because I've literally been looking for one of these for years, and they just don't sell at good prices for the most part. Just don't tell my fiance.
Yeah, she won't notice any of these large things.
No. At this point, it all just runs together for her anyways. So the lesson there, kids, is just buy so much that the people who give you a hard time about having things just don't even notice when a new thing comes in the house.
Or buy everything the same color.
Yeah. No. That green one's calling your name.
Which one?
The RIP Custom.
The only
Oh, that you're working on? Mike,
I'm almost done right now. Awesome, thank you.
Thank you for being paid.
No, dude, you're good.
Just holding up the line. Sorry, man. They have a baby with them, so yeah. Sorry.
For the crazy, I don't want it in here, get it out the door price.
Yes.
I have printed off a quote of the original, which came out to $14,256.
Okay.
I got you down to $9,897.
That's insane. That's
saves you almost
30%.
about.
Can you do any? No, I'm just kidding. No, that's seriously, that's great.
I can, but today'd be my last.
Can we? Shit, I just realized. I gotta grab one more thing. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This was the first thing I saw when I walked in, and I totally forgot about it.
This was gonna be dope.
Now I'm like looking around, like, what else is there?
Yeah, that Ibanez the sugar thing is looking more and more tempting.
Yeah. Well, you should see what they could do. Yeah. Can I be super annoying? I think I'm gonna come grab this for a couple videos later.
Okay.
Is it gonna be like accessible for me?
Yeah. it'd be
Okay. Yeah. Just like a rental fee while you guys are holding it or something.
fine. Yeah. Straight to 600.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, they're gonna hold this stuff for me. If you guys want a sick deal and you're in the Fort Wayne area or anywhere close, Sweetwater's Used Gear Exchange will not hook you up because you're not Kyle Bull. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time. All right, I'm not really actually that cool.
You know what this wall is missing? Another amp. There we go.